its job is only half done, because even after he looks full grown on the outside, inside his muscles are still forming and his bones are still growing for about a full year. That's why he needs a full year of the extra nutrition in puppy chow. Puppy chow for a full year till he's full grown.
Decision 88, election update. Here is Tom Brokaw, NBC News.
Good evening. Senator Bob Dole wins a doubleheader tonight in South Dakota and in Minnesota. Let us show you our projections now in those Midwestern states. Dole is our projected winner in South Dakota, and a very impressive showing tonight in Minnesota as well for Senator Bob Dole. And look what else happened in Minnesota. Pat Robertson, our projected runner-up, beating out Vice President George Bush. On the Democratic side, in South Dakota, Missouri Congressman Richard Gephardt, our projected winner over Massachusetts Governor Michael Dukakis. The vote now in South Dakota. As you can see, more than half of the vote has been counted. A very significant victory tonight for Richard Gephardt. It is his second Midwestern win. He won in Iowa, of course. Michael Dukakis spent a lot of money in South Dakota and was well organized but fell off the pace in the closing hours of the campaign. And Al Gore, who is trying to demonstrate that he's a national candidate, not just a regional candidate, gets only 8% of the vote. On the Republican side, Bob Dole, the winner in South Dakota, and another close race for second place between Robertson and Bush. If Robertson beats Bush here, it will be the third time that he has defeated the sitting vice president in the rural Midwest. So that would not be a good night for Vice President George Bush. We'll have a complete wrap-up on all of this tonight, including interviews with Gephardt and Dukakis at 11:30, 10:30 Central Time. For now, I'm Tom Brokaw, NBC News, New York.
Come on, you guys. The sun's already up. It's going to be a golden day.
Let's eat.
Oh, those golden grahams. Oh, those golden grahams. Crispy, crunchy graham cereal, family breakfast treat. Oh, those golden grahams. Oh, those golden grahams. Golden honey, just a touch with Graham's golden wheat.
It's a great tasting part of a complete breakfast for the whole family.
Try those golden grahams and have a golden day.
After you take away the bread, cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise, what have you got? Well, with Oscar Mayer bologna, you've got meat, and lots of it. Cuts from the beef brisket, chuck, round, and flank. Cuts of pork side and shoulder, never cereal or filler. Oscar Mayer bologna. The beginning of a beautiful sandwich.
When can I pick up the pictures?
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay, let me make a note of that.
You gonna write it down there?
Oh, well, it's going to.
Oh,
yeah.
well, then let's say Tuesday.
You mean 2 days earlier?
No, 5 days later.
5 days later. I thought as much.
If this customer were at a Photomat store, we'd be introducing him to our brand new picture pickup promise. Photomat's way of telling you exactly when your pictures will be ready.
That quick?
Sure, and if it doesn't work out, you get a free roll of film.
Oh, no. You get in trouble for
it's
that.
no problem.
Huh?
It's a Photomat policy.
The Photomat picture pickup promise.
Is there a Photomat store around here?
Saturday, the fun starts when Nancy meets Francie, Sunshine's mom.
Actually, we live a very quiet life here. Oh, I won't. And what do you call this? Bad timing.
Then there's a fire at the fishes.
The empty house 2 doors down, it's on fire.
Could Victor be a firebug?
These children are under my supervision.
Go fish!
And Starsky and Hutch are set up by the mob. Right after Blansky's Beauties and Fish.
I can't believe this. You know, Gravy Train's really been improved. Look how the guys go for it. It's a big improvement because Gaines just added a natural beef flavor. Improved Gravy Train even looks different. And dogs can taste the difference, wet or dry. Tests show they prefer its new beefy taste over old Gravy Train 3 to 1. It's fully nutritious, too. New Gravy Train, a big improvement in taste. Right, guys?
I missed my big chance last time. Angie, I'm not going to miss it again.
There it is.
That's the Athena 2000 electronic machine by Singer. It's $100 off. Push these buttons. It sews 25 stitches.
Beautiful.
Even measures buttons and makes buttonholes to fit in one step. If you missed your chance last time, the big Singer sale is back.
Hey, Debbie, if you was my mother, what would you think of your son now? Huh?
Oh.
You're the Pepsi generation. Come and have a Pepsi. Pepsi Day. Come on, come on, come on and taste the Pepsi way. Come on, come on, come on and have a Pepsi Day. Wrap a thirsty smile around it, raise a Pepsi up and down it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, have a Pepsi Day.
The gestures you make will...
Are your teeth really their whitest, up close? Is your breath really its freshest, up close? They can be with new Close-Up, the toothpaste and mouthwash in one. Clear red Close-Up has 2 whiteners that get teeth whiter than the toothpaste most people use, and a real mouthwash. So it not only gets your breath Close-Up fresh, it also gets your teeth Close-Up white. Close-Up is for close-ups.
This is Professor Goody speaking to you from a diving bell 400 feet beneath the ocean, where I'm about to prepare some delicious Aunt Jemima frozen waffles just for me, not for that pesky waffle whipper. Waffle, waffle, waffle. I take them from the freezer, pop them into the toaster, and light, crisp, golden brown with Aunt Jemima syrup on them. Aunt Jemima waffles for kids who like a square meal for breakfast. Waffle, waffle, waffle. Waffle, 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 waffle. Wallace, please stop. All right, Wallace, won't you join me? Waffle, 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 waffle.
That's a waffle whipper whipping an Aunt Jemima waffle. They're in your grocer's freezer. Is there a waffle whipper at your house?
Waffle, waffle.
A bunch of kids looking for action. So what's doing out on the street? Is this the way we ought to use our boy power? Think about it. America's manpower begins with boy power. Let's not waste it. Be a volunteer worker with the Boy Scouts.
All over the world, the word for great coffee flavor is Nescafe.
We're the world's favorite brand of instant coffees.
In America, Nescafe's great flavor comes 2 ways.
We're the world's best-selling too.
Nescafe Regular in the red label.
If Nescafe can please the whole wide world.
And now Nescafe Decaffeinated in the green label.
We can sure please you.
Same kind of flavor. Nescafe Regular, Nescafe Decaffeinated. What's your pleasure?
When the family's all together, life's the best that it can be. Life's more fun when you're munching when you're munching Fritos. 'Cause Fritos goes with fun, and fun makes family memories. And old or young, life's more fun when you're munching Fritos. Munching Fritos. Life's more fun when you're munching one, when you're munching one, when you're munching Fritos. Life's more fun when you're munching one, when you're munching Fritos. Grand corn chips.
Don't come near me.
Thursday, John Amos, Ernest Borgnine, and the cop of the future are set up by a girl on the edge. Then a new puppy brings Chrissy and Jack closer together.
Yeah, there's nothing a girl likes more than a little tickle on the tummy.
Knock it off!
Three's Company after Future Cop and Barney Miller.
I'll give you $50 for those sneakers. $50. Okay?
You can have them. They're terrible.
It's to prove a point. Now, you wash in detergent alone, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's wash this sneaker in detergent alone and this one in the same detergent plus Clorox bleach. Now, see any cleaning difference?
The one I wash with my detergent is just dirty. The one washed with Clorox looks so clean.
Clorox Clean. People can see the difference.
Hey! Who woke me up? Oh, sorry, Cuckoo. It's this cold. I'm stuffy and my sinuses, oh.
Try 4-way long-acting nasal spray, Nose. It relieves stuffy noses and sinuses up to 10 hours to help you breathe easier so you can fall asleep easier.
Hey, that's a blast.
A blast that lasts all night.
Thanks, Cuckoo. Your timing's right on the nose. 4-way long-acting nasal spray. The blast that lasts all night.
It's not too sweet. It's refreshing, crisp, and neat. Canada Dry Ginger Ale. It's not too sweet.
It's not too sweet. I repeat, it's not too sweet.
Canada Dry cools your thirst. It's a taste that can't be beat.
It's not too sweet. It's a cold, refreshing treat. Canada Dry ginger ale. It's not too sweet.
Regular or diet, it's more refreshing because it's not too sweet.
When entering the world of art, you'd be smart to dress the part. Gentlemen prefer hands. With all the ladies draped in crepe, the artist loves the human shape. Gentlemen prefer Hanes. Hanes will make you smooth and silky, shapely, sexy. Wear a pair and you could be captured for posterity. Gentlemen prefer Hanes.
I hereby dub you the Easter Bunny.
Wednesday, a special family presentation narrated by Fred Astaire.
The Easter Bunny is coming to town today.
Let's all have a happy Easter.
The Easter Bunny's coming to town.
We here at the ad agency feel this commercial is provocative, motivating, and really class-a-roo. Now, what do you think, sir?
Only one shoe? Florsheim makes over 256 different styles. Show them all, big, big. What about the craftsmanship? Even our laces are better.
Have lace shoes?
Why don't we show a huge centipede wearing all the Florsheim shoes? I like that. That could be a musical. Shaboom, shaboom. Hey, I like that. I like that. Everything down.
I come to show you why mannequin flavor plenty enjoyable. I need water. See, water make leaf stretch. Wrap cigar well. Mouth enjoy flavor. Yes? Mannequin flavor special. Sheer enjoyment.
Nobody can connect you with more of this country than United Airlines. With low-cost vacations from Hawaii to the New York Islands, to the mountains, to the oceans, to the sunshine, and back again. That's why in the friendly skies we say, your land is our land.
This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me.
Danny, sounds like you've accidentally invented a thermochemical energy source.
A scientific wonder becomes a nightmare.
Someone's walking around with enough explosive to turn the city into a pancake.
A power that could mark the beginning of the end for the $6 Million Man.
How does your daughter feel about the wash? She couldn't care less.
Mrs. Shep just uses detergent alone. Let's see what happens when she adds Clorox bleach to one of her loads.
Which blouse would you rather wear?
This one. This one's much cleaner than this one. It's a good feeling to wear something clean.
Well, I said you wouldn't care. I mean, it's just so much whiter. It's very obvious. That's the Clorox one. There is a definite difference. From now on, we'll just have to use Clorox.
Clorox makes the difference.
I see now that she does care.
Look, Linda, I just bought a new seamless support bra that's so beautiful. I have to show you. Oh, better show you this way. It's the Playtex Support Can Be Beautiful bra, and it's seamless. Don't you love these pretty details? And these smooth, seamless cups. Plus, this secret support designed for real support. And you know, it's so pretty. It makes me feel pretty. The new seamless Support Can Be Beautiful bra from Playtex. Support can be beautiful. The American Eagle. Goodyear's symbol for its all-American kind of radial tire. Goodyear is committed to product innovation. We introduced rayon cord in tires. We created the polyglass tire and the polysteel radial.
And now the American Eagle, with belts of Flex 10 cord instead of steel. Flex 10 is made from a flexible man-made aramid fiber that's pound for pound stronger than steel.
The tire for America, the American Eagle, the tire.
Pardon me, what kind of dog food does your dog eat?
Young fella, there's two things I know. Checkers and dogs. Dogs like canned dog food. Especially Herman here.
Do you think he'd like Gaines burgers?
Well, he might. Yeah, leave this to me. Dogs like food that's moist and meaty.
But Gaines burgers are moist and meaty, see?
Go ahead, but...
And they taste terrific.
And you don't know nothing about Checkers, neither.
Gaines burgers dog food. The canned dog food without the can.
I found a recipe you won't find in a cookbook, but it's sure nutritious and a real money saver, too. Take a quart of Carnation Instant Non-Fat Dry Milk. Add a quart of whole milk. Mix, chill, and serve. You get 2 quarts of fresh-tasting low-fat milk and make a real savings on your milk bill. Carnation Instant Milk. Good for you and your budget, too.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts, Mounds don't. Almond Joy's got real milk chocolate, coconut and munchy nuts too. Mounds got deep dark chocolate and chewy coconut. Ooh. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Peter Paul, Almond Joy's got nuts, Peter Paul, Mounds don't.
Plus, now there's also a new Mounds with creamy rich milk chocolate.
What you're about to see is the world's most revolutionary telephone switching invention. We call it Super Switcher. It has almost no moving parts, yet handles 4 times more calls than its predecessor. It required an investment of $400 million, but should ultimately save $1 billion a year. And soon, every major American area will have one. Looks dull, eh?
Well, imagine that each of these cars is a long-distance call. This new invention can handle over 500,000 an hour. That's 5 days' traffic on a busy Los Angeles freeway. Super Switcher. It should go a long distance to prevent traffic jams on your long-distance calls.
The Bell System. People using technology to help keep down costs and improve service. Keeping your phone system the best in the world.
It's the first show of the new year, and the Captain and Tennille do it right. With their guests Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis Jr., John Biner, Muhammad Ali, and Joe Namath. It's the new 1977 Captain and Tennille.
You are the apple of my eye, yeah. Forever you...
This is a cubic foot. There are 5 more of these inside the new Chevrolet than there are inside this year's older style full-size cars of Chevy's nearest sales competitor. That's based on U.S. government estimates of vehicle interior size as reported in the 1977 EPA Guide for New Car Buyers. The new Chevrolet with 5 more cubic feet of room. It stacks up beautifully. Now that's more like it.
Fellow Americans, stop dragging your feet. Wear kitties when you're going to go out on a date.
Look great.
But do you know your feet need a little love?
Kitty knows.
What an agonizing, enterprising, hard kind of day you spend working overtime. You.
It's ball.
You. When you need shoes for it all. Say comfort and style if you're young at heart or young enough to remember. Come to Kitty and explore. At the Great American, Great American, Great American Shoe Store.
What's behind the brand of hot dogs you buy? You know you're getting solid value with Oscar Mayer and quality trusted for generations. There's wholesome meat protein from solid cuts of meat. The only meat Oscar Mayer uses. U.S. government inspected. Oscar Mayer selected. Oscar Mayer wieners and beef franks in handy twin packs. The flavor's as good as the good meat itself. Oscar Mayer, America's #1.
When
did you start baking from scratch?
It's not scratch, Mom. It's new Pillsbury Plus.
A yellow cake this firm could only be from scratch.
It's Pillsbury Plus.
A cake this moist could only be from scratch. A cake this rich could only be from scratch.
It's Pillsbury Plus. The plus is pudding. Pudding right in the mix to add that moistness.
Rich flavor. New Pillsbury Plus, huh? Looks like scratch has met its match.
Cut. Reload. That's a complicated-looking machine, isn't it? Funny thing is, a lot of people still think that taking home movies is that complicated, too. If that were true, believe me, I wouldn't take them. For instance, he's reloading the film. Let me show you how easy Kodak has made it for you and me with a Kodak Instamatic movie camera. You finish one roll of film, drop another one in, you're all set. How you doing, Charlie? Taking home movies couldn't be much easier than that, could it? You know, now is the time to start, too. When the kids are growing up, you're on your vacation, save the action and the color in movies. With Kodak projectors, movies are easy to show, too. And cameras start at less than $35. Actually, you know what Kodak does for you?
Try a taste of martini. The most beautiful drink in the world is the bright one, the right one. It's martini. Anytime, any place, anywhere. There's a wonderful world you can share in the bright taste of the right one. That's martini.
Why are women so happy about new Tickle antiperspirant? Is it because Tickle is the first roll-on with a big, wide ball? Is it because Tickle comes in 4 fresh fragrances? Or is it because Tickle helps keep you dry all day? Make yourself happy. Staying drier is nicer with a little Tickle.
Gentlemen, ladies, welcome to General Foods. Today, we're proud to announce a breakthrough in coffee. We're introducing the Perfect Cup. At first, I'd like you all to taste this new product, and then I'd be happy to answer any questions. Yes.
It's rich. All right, how'd you do it?
We discovered a process that removes bitter taste. Ma'am.
What kind of process?
We found that roughness and bitter taste went out as we reduced the caffeine down to 50%.
50%? Explain why you went to 50.
Let me show you. Run the film, Mike.
Smoothness and richness take over when there's 50% less caffeine than regular coffee. The Perfect Cup.
As simple as it sounds, that's the breakthrough. And speaking of a breakthrough, let's have a coffee break.
Introducing the Perfect Cup. Once you taste this coffee, you'll have no questions.
Well, you really did it to yourself this time.
Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, oh, what a relief it is. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, oh, what a relief it is. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, oh, what a relief it is.
Ah, those lovely bubbles. Bursting into action, instantly soothing your upset stomach and speeding relief to your aching head. Alka-Seltzer works fast.
Oh, what a relief it is.
Hello, young waffle lovers, wherever you are. Professor Goody here, high up in this bell tower. And just so that pesky waffle woofer won't follow me, I'm pulling all the ladders up behind me. There, safe at last. Now to pop a couple of delicious Aunt Jemima frozen waffles into my trusty toaster. So light, crisp, golden brown. Oh, I could hardly wait. Waffle, waffle, waffle. Waffle, 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 waffle. Sorry, Wallace. These Aunt Jemima waffles are just for me. Waffle, 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 waffle. Hey, now. Waffle. Wallace, please. Waffle, 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 waffle. Oh, very well, Wallace. Won't you join me? Waffle, waffle, waffle.
This is a waffle whitter whipping an Aunt Jemima waffle. You'll find them in your grocer's freezer.
Is there a waffle whiffer at your house? Waffle?
Cost of living got you down.
Prices are so high, I take a ladder to go shopping.
Cost of living got you down.
Money used to burn a hole in my pocket. Now it isn't even there long enough to get warm.
There's one bargain left in town.
Campbell's Soups. Try chicken with rice. Best parts of the chicken, fluffy rice, and 2 chicken stocks for extra flavor. About 6 cents a 7-ounce serving.
Sit right down and get your Campbell's worth.
Birth defects strike over 250,000 infants a year in this country alone. What can we do about it? Plenty. You know, research has shown that some birth defects can be prevented by proper prenatal care, and that includes good nutrition.
Well, that's not bad, but 4 pounds in 2 weeks isn't terrific.
I'm Mark Hamill asking you to protect the unborn and the newborn.
Those dirty rings. You'd scrub them, soak them, even bleach them. And you can still come out with... Ring around the collar! Now, try whisk around the collar. Pour concentrated whisk right on the dirt. It sinks in, starts to clean before you start to wash. Whisk around the collar beats ring around the collar every time. Whisk.
Here's Lucy. Was brought to you by Whisk. Whisk around the collar beats ring around the collar.
Mother Care take care of you before you're born and when you're...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mother Care go up to 10.
You can go there when you're big, go there when you're small. You can go before you've scarcely been anywhere at all.
Now Mother Care go up to 10.
At Mother Care you're sure that the prices will be right for a grown-up girl or a tiny little mite.
Now Mother Care go up to 10.
Such special care, such sensible prices for mothers-to-be and children up to...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Happy families, Mother Care go up to 10.
Fireplaces glowing, icicles growing, hearts overflowing with cheer. It's that wonderful season we all find so pleasing, the Toys R Us time of year. The world's biggest toy stores, Toys R Us, the biggest selection, Toys R Us. It's the Toys R Us time of year, Toys R Us.
My name is Mr. Bubble, let me show you tubs of fun.
You can be a bubble nose.
With Mr. Bubble.
You can have some bubble toes.
With Mr. Bubble.
Or be a bobblehead.
With Mr. Bubble. I'm safe and gentle and I make getting clean almost as much fun as getting dirty. Have a tub of fun with Mr. Bubble. He makes getting clean almost as much fun as getting dirty. Mr. Bubble.
What makes you think I'm a spy?
Two-way radio? Micro tape recorder?
What makes you think I'm a spy?
On what?
Chocolate. Minstrels. Not like ordinary chocolate. Crisp sugar shell on the outside and surprise, surprise, smooth milk chocolate on the inside.
Chocolate?
Mm-hmm.
You do surprise me.
Minstrels. One of life's more pleasant surprises. Candy crisp, chocolate smooth.
Have you ever wished for one product that would clean and shine almost everything in your house? Here it is, Clean and Shine. Like magic, Clean and Shine leaves a nice shine on fine wood furniture, so you don't need furniture polish. It cleans and shines mirrors, so you don't need glass cleaner for mirrors. It cleans and shines refrigerators, like this kitchen prime, the foam that cleans and shines almost everything in your house.
What's up?
Vitamin B's, vitamin C.
Testing, 1, 2, fuck it. Whoa, dude, I'm totally here, man.
Fucking A right, buddy.
Good morning. I am here to pump you the fuck up. So shut up and listen to me now and hear about it later. I'm going to get my load on. So about 2 in the morning I woke up. 1 or 2 in the morning to take a leak, and I get up and I put my slippers on and I walk out, and my wife is standing outside the door, and she's got my daughter's door open, and she's up doing the dog shuffle. It's like, okay, dogs want to get up, they want to go out, she wants dogs to go to bed with her, yeah, she's in there doing homework. So I'm like, oh crap, is a bathroom? Oh, okay. So I go in, take a leak, come back out, get some water, get back into bed, and I'm awake from then on. I don't know if it was just the Coke I had for dinner or what, but son of a bitch. Yeah. Let me know if I'm coming through too loud. I feel like the volume hasn't been high enough because I'm sitting kind of cattywampus from this microphone. So when I turn my head like this, can you still hear me? Can you hear me? Is it too loud when I do this? I don't fucking know. So yeah, I got up. Actually, I stayed in bed. I stayed in bed until the alarm. When the alarm went off, I had actually been asleep for 15 minutes. And then I slept through my snoozes, kind of half-assed. But I could not sleep. It's not like I got to sleep super early. I didn't take more than an hour, 2-hour nap before Minecrafting. So I don't know. It's Tuesday, so that means I'll be going to the Palm Desert campus to take my daughter to one of her psychology classes. Or is it a research class? I can never remember. She's always taken some new class, like, okay, what's this class? I don't know, what is this? She don't even know sometimes. All she needs to know is that she's getting good grades, right? That's it. That's all she needs to know. And that's what she does. All right, this bong hit's for you. I got the AC back here on thermostat setting. So it's just going to come on once in a while and annoy us. I'm moving my Totally Television Tuesday box back here, so it's closer to reach the goodies. Pardonnez-moi. And then when we do that, we'll well, we don't want that one. We want this one. The morning show camera. Good morning. Hi, how are ya? One thing I didn't punch in here yet is the old emo genius there. There we go. Alrighty. Now, if you're watching this on like a TV, I think the comments pop up over here on the side. If you're watching on your phone, then you've got to actually punch up where the comments come in and where you can tippity tap tap, tippity tap tap. Arr. So we can go ahead and get started with the record of the day. It is Television Tuesday, so I specifically chose this one. This is it's called Route 66 theme and other great TV themes. So this one here is kind of beat up. Somebody wanted $20 for this. There's a $20 price tag on that. I wouldn't pay more than $1 for something like this. It does have themes to Route 66, The Alvin Show, The Andy Griffith Show, Ben Casey, My Three Sons, The Untouchables, Naked City, Sing Along, The Defenders, Sam Benedict, Dr. Kildare, and this could be the start of something. And there you go. There's that. So this is the record of the day. Yesterday was Pink Floyd, The Wall, and I enjoyed listening to that. Well, I enjoyed talking about it. It is now in the stack of what to listen to, as well as the movie. So I am going to go take one of my Betamax players, recorders, and take it and blow it out and clean the heads on it and put it somewhere in here where I can. Now, when I watch the Betamax or the VCR, I prefer to watch it on an old tube television. I don't like watching it on one of these new ones. If it's a DVD, I'll watch it on the new one because it's usually widescreen and I can bump it out and take a pull. When you watch widescreen on a VCR, it's going to be in the middle of your. It's still going to be a square in the middle of your smart TV. You have to expand it out in order for it to take up the whole room, and then it doesn't really look right because now you're zooming in to an already not so great VHS picture. So what I'll probably do is hook up. I've got an old TV and I've got several old tube televisions, so I'll probably find one and hook it up in a spot where we can sit and enjoy a good old movie the way it was intended, you know, when home movies were more about being at home and not like pretending you're at a theater in your home. Good morning, Joey. How are you today? I'm feeling gooberish. Totally. I feel like a goober. Ah, jeez. Is that one of those candies or one of those boogers? A booger candy. Ooh. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Now that's the reason I really like Harry Potter, the movie series. Never read the books. I love the movie series because it gives me that old school sense that we used to have about witches and witchcraft when I was a kid. It was more lighter. It was more fun, right? And that's why I got into it, because of the lighthearted, fun side in the first couple of movies. Yes, you need a vacation. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. So take a week off and come over. Get the hell out of there. Yeah, I mean, Natalie's doing her, getting ready for finals, right? Because she's got finals at the beginning of the next month, or the end of this month. Yeah. She's ticking down. So she needs a fucking vacation, too. I can't wait till summer, because she'll probably spend the whole fucking time in her room. Whenever, dude. Come on over whenever, man. You just let me know when, and we'll work it out, right? Yeah. I mean, it will probably save you a little time and hassle if you just take a layover somewhere, if that's what the deal is, and come out to Palm Springs, right? Then we can run down, pick you up, or you can rent a car from there. We have a car rental place here. So if you wanted to rent a car, we could just take you over there. You could get a car, use the car, and then drop it back off and not have to have the car for the whole time you're here, 3 days, a week, whatever. And not driving from Arizona and back. That would give you more time to hang out. We just got a brand new air mattress that's this tall. It's supposed to be this tall. I haven't opened it yet. And it's 80 inches long, and it's a twin, so it's 39 by 80. We got it because Grandma is coming from Mexico sometime. So that's what I'm going to be sleeping on out here when she's here. And then she's just going to share the bed with Mom. So all the girls at that end of the house and the boys at this end. Yeah, I know you like driving. It's a great drive to Arizona. I mean, I don't blame you. I'm just figuring more relaxation time, less work. You know, I don't know. It's up to you. But if you want, I got no trouble taking you, going back and forth to the airport out here, because it's like right there. And I've done that a few times with people. Arr. Coffee. But yeah, anytime. Let me know when, and we'll schedule it in. Bada bing. Bada bing, bang. Oh, speaking of you coming out, you just talked to me on Sunday and said that Saturday was 1 year ago Saturday that you had come here in person. And it was only a few weeks before that you started watching the show. And that is pretty heavy. So happy anniversary. Happy belated anniversary. And we should do something. Yeah. We should. Oh, I figured out my microphone. So now I can get onto my graphics computer on Facebook Messenger and do a audio or video chat. And I should be able to pipe that into the live stuff. So at some point we could do one of those and try that out and see how that works. Yeah. I'm, well, gosh, yeah. You're more than welcome to come out, dude. Anytime, brother. Just give us a heads up. Let us know what's going down. I will kind of look ahead this next month and see what's on our schedule. The girls are always putting stuff on the schedule, and then they don't remind me until the last minute. So I have to go look at the actual physical calendar. I know we're trying to schedule getting my van to the shop, because we delayed that. So we're going to try to get the van to the shop. Saturday, I know this, Saturday, shh, don't tell anyone, is my brother-in-law's birthday. He lives about an hour up the road here in Lucerne. which is just around the corner here in the desert. So we're going to be going out to he and his girlfriend's place on Saturday and spend the day out there. You might go to a concert in May. Wow. What's this concert thing you're talking about? And who and where? Because, that always interests me. Good old concert stuff. I live with Concert Genie over there, the concert master. My daughter has officially been to more concerts than I have just in the last 2 years. Okay? She's already surpassed my concert going in just since she was 18. All right? That's crazy. She's going to be 21 here soon, and she's going to be like a double, right? I mean, I went to a lot of concerts when I was younger, and I've gone to a lot lately, and even adding the ones that I've gone to lately, since she started going, she still wipes me out. I mean, I'm going to have to think about it, because she's got to have like 25, 30 concerts, right? And I mean, I will do the math, but I think I'm really close. She's got to be past me by now. Ah, Pierce the Veil, right on. Natalie's always wearing her new Pierce the Veil jammies. No, those are I always get the two. Was it the Romantics, the Ramones, yeah. So where at? Where are you going to the concert? D.C., New York? Right there? What? Talk to me now. Hear about it later. I know she's got a couple of concerts coming up. I told her not to plan anything during August because we've got that reunion, and I'm going to need all the help I can get. So I sure hope you're coming out in August. At least for that week. That would be great. That would be awesome. Because we're going to go there and stay right there on the lake. And My Chemical Romance. Those are the pants that she wears. I saw them at Hot Topic, and they were on sales, like buy two and get one, or buy one and get one for half off or something. I'm like, hey, check these out. And she's like, oh yeah. So she went over, she found another pair, and yeah. See, I wear old school pajamas, anchors and plaid and polka dots and that kind of shit. She wears stuff with, big skulls and faces and bats and, creepy stuff. Bristow, Virginia. At first I thought Barstow, California. What? Barstow, California? My eyes are deceiving me. First of all, Barstow is not a place that you go to see anything. And second of all, Virginia to Barstow, right? That would be ridiculous. Yeah, Hot Topic always. I try to go there a couple of times a year to get T-shirts. Because they're always like, buy two, get a third for cheap. So, yeah. I'm hoping that my daughter wants to go over to the mall area this week sometime. Not necessarily to the mall, but there's a lot of other stores over there. There's like Five Below and Target and TJ Maxx and Best Buy and Guitar Center and a bunch of other stuff over there. And I'd like to go to Five Below and see if they've got any good T-shirts. Oh, yeah. Yeah, every time we go to the mall, It's like I look at my daughter, and after Barnes and Noble, she takes her bag of records, and I get my bag of records and books. And it's like we look at each other, and it's like, yep, let's go to Hot Topic. And we go over there, and then more shirts. I look at their coffee cups. My daughter looks at their everything. And then we go down to Spencer's, and that's kind of a Hot Topic store. There's like 3 of those Hot Topic type stores. One of them is Spencer's. And I can't remember the other one. And then she does those Asian stores, those Chinese and Japanese and Korean stores that are there. So she goes in to get the little... She'll have to show you the little collectibles that she goes in for. Those little green jelly-looking dudes. They're really, they're really neat. But she's got a lot of my tastes. It's really funny that she goes and she gets herself these little things, and I'm like, oh, that's totally cool. That's something I would have probably gotten. Yeah. Anyways, well, it looks like technically the show is doing okay. Usually I'm looking over and there's numbers going crazy and my picture's freezing and all kinds of crap. This holy hell. All hell breaks loose. Yeah. All hell breaks loose. That reminds me of a song and a record. Oh yeah, we're gonna love this one. Next week. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I love these boxes because every weekend I can go through my house and my storage and pick items for each specific box and then play with those things in the boxes during the shows, and it's just so much fun. So what I like to do is I like to think about the week ahead, and then I'll pick out a specific album for each day, put them in the box, pick out whatever movie or books or whatever it is I'm dealing with, little knickknacks. Now, Thursday is going to be fun because I'm going to go through an entire box of 8 tracks, not a box, but a carrying case, the 24-pack, and that'll be neat because I've got a lot of those, and I can do like one a week on Throwback Thursdays, and we can check out some old 8 tracks. We can't listen to them, but I can put links to the stuff. In fact, what I think I'll do now is shrink-a-dink these guys down and bring up YouTube and see if I can find this Route 66 theme and other themes and see if we can get a link to it. Yeah, let's get linked, baby. I just said that and I thought hot dogs, and then I thought real dogs when they're tied together at the butt when they've been humping, and then they spin around and try to get away from each other, and it looks like they're Siamese twins at the butt. That's crazy. That used to freak me out when I was a kid. Right? Yeah, baby. All right, let's go here. And we'll type in, yeah, baby, Route 66 theme. And what is it? And other themes. And let me just, and other great TV themes. Okay. I can get the whole title in there, right? Other great TV themes. Now. And there it is, Nelson Riddle. Excellent. And please be there, the whole thing. Alright, and there it is. Alright, we're going to view the full playlist of the 13 songs that are there. And I am going to grab the share, do a copy on that URL, and then go back. Here we go. Click on my show. Oh, turn my show off the sound so you guys don't hear myself talking over myself. That would be stupid. Okay, here we go. And paste. And I'm going to type it in, Nelson Riddle. Route 66, TV theme, and other great TV themes. That looks right enough. There you go. All right. Hey, look, I'm doing my job. This is my job. I told my wife the other night, I was talking about TV or watching a show or something, or I said something about, I don't remember. But I'm like, I just love my job. Because I do. When I'm talking about movies and TV and my show, old crap. Yeah. I feel like it's my job to bring all of this old crap to the world, right? Because there's a lot of people who have no idea how simple yet complex the past was. I grew up without a microwave. Other people had them, but we did not. I don't remember having a microwave until I was in my 20s. And, yeah, that's heavy. I'm going to heat up the coffee and then load some bone hits so y'all can hang out, and I'll be right back. No, really, don't go anywhere, because I'll come find you. I'll hunt you down. Air conditioner. Yeah. Totally. Yeah, so yesterday I mentioned to him, and I'll mention him again today, Vienna. The little orange. Vienna. I don't know what it is about that kid. It's just some great frickin' music. It's old school. It really is. It's a blend of old school and new. It's exciting. Yeah. The album Wonderland by Vienna. Great stuff. If you like emo, you like hard rock, yeah, great shit. I remember we're always listening to the radio in the car, right? And most of the time it's Sirius XM, and I've got it on like 70s, 80s, classic rewind, deep tracks, that kind of shit. So I'm listening to stuff, and a song will come on, right? And it'll be a total like emo song from like the 70s or 80s, right? And I'm like, honey, check this out. This is emo before emo. This is primo. she just instantly turns towards the window and has to hide her face because she's just So every once in a while a song come on and I'll go, is this some primo? Or this is some primo. What the hell does that even mean? Well, you gotta be from the 70s to know what primo means, man. That's primo, dude. Totally primo. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's see. It's 5:30 in the a.m. I might actually get in a nap for a couple of hours this morning before we take off. We leave at around noon. Her class is from 1 to 3:30. She's got a lecture and then a lab. So we used to leave at like 11:15, then 11:30, and then 11:45, and she was just getting there way too early. She was kind of going by the way her friend goes back and forth. So I navigate a little bit differently. I grew up in California, on California freeways and stuff, so I just drive and navigate a little bit differently. So it takes us like less than an hour to get there when I'm driving. So we just leave at noon and get there before 1. Sometimes we're a little late if there is like something on the freeway, you know, a jam, a stall, something. Usually got to be pretty bad. I mean, a couple of times ago, I actually it started to break, and I got off the freeway, and then got back on the freeway, passed up a bunch of dead traffic, and then found a police officer alongside the road. And that's what the brakes were for, because there was a cop parked there. Rites of Spring is considered to be the first emo band. Rites of Spring. Rites of Spring. What's that? Yeah, let's check it out. Did you, did you happen to check out the Video Time Machine yet? Yeah. There's a little something in there you might like. Pretty cool. Okay. Rites of Spring, 1983, American punk rock band, Washington, D.C. Revolution Summer Movement, D.C. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's do a little deeper. A little deeper. It's formed. They formed in late '83. Did the Revolution Summer Movement in '85. They experimented heavily with punk and with composition, violence, passion, personal nature of the lyrics put them in the forefront of emerging emo genre, though the band rejected the label. There you go. The Rites of Spring. So, there's another little something there. A little something. I'll have to see if I can work that into the show. Thank you. See, this is why I like to have company. It's not just my show. So, like, you know, I've got this bitchin' set of encyclopedias, right? And let me hold on a second. I'll be right back. I'm going to go over to the encyclopedias and grab something. Okay, so these encyclopedias, my encyclopedia set is full and complete, and this is what they look like. Encyclopedia Americana. This is one of those off encyclopedias that you would get rather than Encyclopedia Britannica. This would be a set that you would get that would be less expensive, right? Pretty much the same information. Complete in 32 volumes, first published in 1829. Alright. Totally. This printing is early 90s. So I got this because I wanted it to have the ability to encompass as much from the 80s as possible. So this has got some 90s in it, information, but it is got just about everything that we know about the 80s in it. So I picked up P, O and P, and I think I didn't get the right, yeah, I didn't get the right P. I have to get the other P. Be right back. Yes. There's actually, P spans over 3 volumes. So there we go. So I had to get the third P volume. Stop saying P, man. I gotta go pee. Okay, so I got the PU. And this has got Q and R, the start of R as well. PUM. So I got pump here, and punch, and PUNC, PUNI. It's not going to be here, right? Of course it won't be here. I was trying to find punk rock, because I imagine it would have rock and roll in the R's, right? Rock and roll. Would it? Let's look. Where we got the R right here. A lot on Rome. Jeez. Romania. A lot on Romania. Romance. Rohan. Rocky Mountains. Rockney. Okay, here we go. Rockingham. Rockford. Rockhampton. Rocket. Let's go back as far as we can to Rockefeller, Rock Hill, rock music. Here we go. There we go. Of course, it's got a picture of the Beatles in here, of course. So, there you go, there. Totally, man. Ringo doesn't even look like Ringo. That's all right. That's the first Paul McCartney right there before he died in that car accident, and they brought in his double, and then his double went with it, man, and became more famous, man. So rock music, a form of popular music that is characterized by a pronounced amplified beat. Electric guitars are almost always the main instrumental sound source. The modern rock band's basic elements are one or more vocalists, an electric lead guitar or bass guitar, and drums. A rhythm guitar often is included, and many bands also use keyboards and organ, piano, or increasingly, electronic synthesizers. In addition, some bands go far beyond the basic instrumentation and add horns, reeds, electric violins, or on some certain songs, such specialty others or such other genre instruments as recorders or steel guitars. Well, let's read a couple of more paragraphs just to set it in. The source of rock music. The term rock is shortened as a shortened form of rock and roll, which was coined in the mid-1950s by Cleveland broadcaster Alan Freed to replace rhythm and blues, a term that Freed thought had too many racial overtones. It was being called race music in some quarters at the time. Rhythm and blues was itself an updated, urbanized stylization of the blues, which had been developed mainly by rural or country-oriented black musicians. When the music was renamed rock and roll, it was also underwent an elemental change, particularly when white performers saw how eager young audiences responded. White music, that is, essentially conventional popular music with a decided country and western flavor, was blended with rhythm and blues, and young people continue to hold propriety attitude about it. This is our music, man. Noting this, songwriters tailored their lyrics accordingly, of course, for that generation, right? Each generation gets their own rock music, totally. For the first time, a music was addressed specifically to people too young to vote, but old enough in the post-war affluence to buy. Elvis Presley, a Memphis truck driver, became the hero of this emerging style. He grew up a white hillbilly listening to black radio stations, and the first and perhaps only king of rock and roll. As one writer put it, Presley was young, private, and unshareable, exclusive teenage property. He wore long sideburns and wiggled his hips as he sang. Some parents, accustomed to the essentially bland style of 1940s and early 50s, they were outraged. Presley, however, doted on his own parents and was not personally practicing the rebellion he was symbolized for so many others. As the youth market expanded, many performers played key roles in the development of rock and roll. Individuals such as Chuck Berry, Fats Domino, Little Richard, Laverne Baker, Buddy Holly, and then groups like the Everly Brothers, Coasters, Cadillacs, Five Satins, Bill Haley and the Comets, and the Platters. All right, that's just a little bit from the old encyclopedia today on rock and roll. Rock and roll. Maybe on next Tuesday I'll read about the television, and maybe we'll do like a couple of paragraphs a day on the television, because it's got to be kind of a good stretch of paper in that encyclopedia. Talking about TV, right? Ah, yeah.
Hey, how you doing? How's it going out there, eh?
So, yeah. I think it's time to take a bong hit, right? That little bit of silence there. See if I can find something to read. Start a book today, I guess. I really haven't. I wanted to start the Dennis Weaver autobiography, but I haven't found it yet. So I don't want to start anything that's too big. Okay, autobiographies. Carol Burnett, George Harrison, biography. Autobiographies. Carol Burnett, Sally Field, Rob Lowe, Michael J. Fox. We did the Ron Howard, Clint Howard. Anna Faris. We did the Up from Slavery, Booker T. Washington. We did Lakota Woman, Mary Crow Dog. We did Being Henry, Henry Winkler. I don't know. I wanted to do an autobiography next because I just did a fiction. Anna Faris, maybe I'll just read some chapters because the chapters are kind of set up. Her and Rob Lowe have kind of set the chapters up as kind of stories. This is a story about this, and this is a story like years later about this. So I might just do Anna Faris, yeah, because she's funny. I liked her when I first saw her. It was in was that Scary Movie or something? Correct me if I'm wrong. I know I saw her in House Bunny. I remember House Bunny because Bruce Willis and Demi Moore's daughter is in that. Yeah, I don't remember her name, so shh. But yeah, there you go. Anna Faris. I don't know. I might not. I might just go hit up some thrift shops and some other big bookstores and see if I can find that Dennis Weaver autobiography. Tomorrow, my daughter does not have school. She only has one class on Mondays and Wednesdays. Her friend has 2 classes. Her friend doesn't have one class, so she's not even going to go down there for the 1-hour class that she does have. So my daughter's not doing school because she doesn't have a class. So that's cool. So I think maybe tomorrow afternoon I'll get her up and take her over to the local bookstore down in 29. And then maybe hit up a record store or 2. Thrift shops. There's thrift shops down there. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Totally cool, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, baby.
Well, we're just going to get another bong hit ready here because it's just about time to start talking about some TV, some television. Television. My best friend growing up really was. If we had a TV and there was nobody around to fight over it, yeah. Yeah. Totally. Take me with you. Alright, but you have to remind me what I was talking about. It takes 30 seconds for me to forget what I was talking about. I was going to take you whitewater rafting. That was it. We were going to go whitewater rafting. Yeah. Now, what was I talking about that you want to go? I'll go. Vámonos. Yeah. Remember. You have to say, take me with you too. This guy won't fucking remember. I was talking about hot air ballooning. That was it. Honestly, I cannot remember. Oh, of course, the record store. Duh. Why wouldn't that be what you wanted to go to? Yeah. White Label Vinyl is down the road here. They got a great collection of stuff. They're a little more pricey than like the Hoodoo here in town, in Yucca Valley. In fact, a couple of weeks ago we went to the Hoodoo, and I got a shirt. So I'll be wearing it at some point. probably on a Thursday or a Friday. I really don't have enough shirts for movies, television, and old-time radio. I'm literally running out of TV shirts to wear. Tom and Jerry TV shirt. I think I've got a Bugs Bunny shirt. Stuff that I used to wear on... What I need to do is I need to get some blank TV shirts, some vinyl letters, and some stencils, and spray dye a bunch of shirts with different stuff on them. I'd like to create some graphics to put Little Rascals on a shirt and then spray it, right? That would be great. And then every time I'm like, oh, I'm going to do a show about this, get a shirt, print out a stencil, set it on the shirt, spray it, let it dry, put it in the dryer, heat it, then wash it and dry it. Boom, I'm wearing it. So that would be classic if I could just get into, if I had my own screen printing stuff, I'd hire you to come over here and work the screen printer, and we'd be selling shirts, right? Get together a couple of times a month and screen print a shitload of shirts to fill orders, right? Outsourcing the screen printing is killing me. I can't do that anymore. It's too expensive. I would be better off learning how to screen print and then buying at least a one-station screen printer, just so I can do one-color shirts. Boom. That would be awesome. Because I've got so many shirt ideas, I'd love to be wearing my own shirts every morning. And considering I've only got about a year left of this, I want to create as much, as many artifacts from the show as possible. I want anything that I bring onto the show and share and use and have in the background and have kind of here in my dream. It becomes a part of my show's past, its history. It becomes part of the show's what do you call that? The show's relics. I don't know. I'm not only curating these things for myself now, but also for when I'm gone, and these things are left behind to represent things I did in the show, right? So there's a few things that I'd like to will to people, right? It's like, all right, when I'm gone, these are yours, and that goes to this guy, and these go to these, but this goes to her, and it, all of my Grateful Dead stuff I would like to give to somebody who's really loves the Grateful Dead, right? I would prefer somebody younger, or someone who has someone younger in their life who is really into the Grateful Dead, that they could then pass that on to. My daughter's not really into the Grateful Dead, so I don't, other than maybe parts in my record collection, she's not really going to get any Grateful Dead stuff unless she says, yes, I want that. So there you go. But I do have in fact, I was at a thrift shop the other day, and I got some more Grateful Dead stuff. And I will share that with you on Throwback Thursday. And it is Grateful Dead related. So my Grateful Dead memorabilia, the show's memorabilia, is everything that's on the show. Everything on my desk, everything that you see behind me, everything that's around this room that eventually is on camera or at some point during the seasons and my different projects that have been on camera. It's all a part of the show, right? So it is all show memorabilia, first-hand stuff, real, actual, live, living props that you can pick up and look through. like the TV guide. You know, this good old American TV guide. Right down to that. Yeah. Off to the weed store today to get some more weed. Yep. Yes, sirree, Baba Rooney. Totally, man. Wearing my Orange Crush hat again today. Things that I change once a week. My coffee cup. I change the coffee cup once a week. I change the hat once a week. I don't always wear a hat, but I've got a few dozen hats. I've got several dozen coffee cups. So I want to be sure to spread them out over the weeks, so I don't repeat, and we get to see pretty much all of them. So at some point we'll see all of my hats. If I can wear colors that kind of go together. I like this one because this has got the oranges and yellows that's in the thing there. Well, it's got all the colors that are here or in here. So there you go. I like to color coordinate my outfits, and I like to do bong hits. Okay, boys and girls, let's do some bong hits here. That was my skull. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. There's a good movie. Fast Times. Totally. Yeah. Old and broken. I try to keep track of what's going on here in the morning. As far as, what I'm doing from like moment to moment, I lose track. Yeah, I'm used to it. I'm used to being scatterbrained. I'm used to thinking down this road, and then all of a sudden, where'd the road go? Where was I? Who am I? Here, I'll take this road now. I'm just used to it, When I start driving, and when I'm driving, sometimes I have those moments where it's like, where am I and where am I going? And I'll literally drive along for a couple of seconds, not knowing where the hell I am or why I'm out. On occasion, I have looked to my daughter or wife and said, "So where are we going?" And they laugh and they say, "Well, we're going to doing this." And they don't realize how serious I am, but I'm like, "No, really. Where are we going? Why am I driving?" So when it gets to the point to where I go from one stoplight to another and I still haven't figured it out, I'm done driving. I'm done. Give me a bottle, stick me in a crib, change my diaper, I'm done. That's it. So I'm just hoping that before then I can have my daughter driving. That's the best I can hope for. Yeah. I can't believe I could not sleep this morning. I didn't get to sleep early. I felt good. I went right to sleep. But man, once it came to like 2 a.m, which was about 4 hours, that's why. 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. That's about my limit. And I felt it. It was like I just flipped and flopped and flipped and flopped for 2 hours, and then 20 minutes for the snooze, and it was like, fuck it. All right, I'll get up. So if I can't nap today before we leave. I may nap down there, which means I just make a bed in the back of the car and lay in the back of the car, put on some old time radio or some Netflix, and just I keep the air conditioner on and the hybrid engine running, so it comes on occasionally to charge the batteries and then turns off, and comes on and charges the batteries and turns off. So that's what I love about that hybrid, is that I can just park in it all day long with it on, and the engine isn't running the whole time, and it doesn't overheat, and it's a beautiful thing. You know, it comes on, charges my batteries, I exist on batteries, and then it charges them again, and it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. If I was in my van, I wouldn't be able to do that. It would overheat. And the air conditioner wouldn't work because I'm stopped. If you're stopped, the clutch on the air conditioner disengages because it doesn't want to overheat. So you go from having nice cool air coming through, and then you go to a stop or you're in traffic and that thing disengages that clutch, and pretty soon you're like, wow, it's getting a little humid in here. How come it's not as cool as it was, right? That's it. Or when you sit and you just run your air conditioner constantly, and then it freezes up, which has happened in the hybrid. It's actually frozen up solid, and we've had to turn it on fan and thaw it out. When we were coming back from Los Robles, California, from a wedding out there, we're driving along going, damn, it's a little humid in here. And it was like, there's barely any air coming out. And it's like nothing. I flipped it to fan, and it was like 10 minutes later. Oh, I get it. I get it. There you go. Because we were closer to the ocean, so there's more humidity. Yeah, more moisture in the air. So it just froze the hell out of that thing.
Totally, man.
Totally, man. So let's see. My goodness. What do we got here? What do we got there? I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to type in something. Oh, wait. I need to go over here. I'm here now. I'll think about it later. Okay. I am going to go here. And I am going to find our next topic of discussion, which will be TV series Kung Fu. Oh yes. Merton Brantz has a full playlist of Kung Fu. It's also available to buy. Okay, Kung Fu episodes. It looks like these are little scenes from Kung Fu episodes. Kung Fu 3. It's got a bunch of different stuff there, so I'm not gonna do that one. Let's see. 62 episodes. Kung Fu. They're all there to buy, but I don't have a link. So let's see. One more shot at this. says full episodes on a lot of these things, but it's just little shorts. So I don't want to tease anybody. All right, so Kung Fu, available on YouTube and DVD, and probably streaming in a few places. Right? Yeah. Yeah. So that's it, yeah. Alright. Well, there you have it. There it is. Right there in front of you. Time to drop out a little nug here to get busy. So it's after 6 in the a.m. here. After 6 in the a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're on the west coast here of these disunited states of Jamaica. What's in the box? What's in the box? What is in the box is the DVD box set of Kung Fu. All right. It's got a bunch of extras. It has got all 62 episodes on 16 discs, and a bunch of. It's got 3 featurettes and a bunch of extras. It's great. It is the cool collection of Kung Fu stuff. I have seen the entire series. I watched this entire set here. Yeah, it is classic stuff. I will pull out the paper, the stuff with all the stuff on it. It gives us the writers and the directors of each episode on each episode. Richard Lang. Sounds familiar. Yeah. Jerry Thorpe. Jerry Thorpe, I believe, is the gentleman who Bruce Lee laid out the series to and wanted to be the star of the show. And then Jerry Thorpe took that idea and turned it into Kung Fu and just pissed off Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee should have killed him. He should have just ripped his face off. Right? Just should have just... Yeah. Because had Bruce Lee had already done television. He had already been Kato on the Green Hornet. So all he would have needed would be to take some dialect classes on English like Jackie Chan did. Jackie Chan sounded like shit when he first came out. And then he found English enough with his voice to sound perfect. Just like Arnold Schwarzenegger. They dubbed his first movie, Hercules, right? Literally, Arnold Schwarzenegger speaking perfect English. It was horrible. Yeah. It was horrible. I thought that this one here would have shown me guest stars. But I don't see any names of guest stars, which was a really cool part about this show, is that they had so many guest stars. His father and brother were actually on a couple of these episodes. Fucking awesome shit, you know. It's kind of a bummer that it's not on here, because My goodness, you got to watch the episodes. Okay, we got a little small list, but we don't know what episodes they are in. Here's a short list of guest stars. John Carradine, and I'll say also his brother Robert Carradine. Benson Fong. I'll also say James Hong. Okay. Harrison Ford. Jodie Foster. Don Johnson. Leslie Nielsen. And William Shatner. And many more were guest stars on Kung Fu. Bitchin' show. There you go. There you go. There you have it. So now I can show us. Totally Television Tuesday, man. Man. Oh, man. 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 Totally, man. So there you go. There you have it. There it is, right there in front of you. I'm going to drink some coffee and load a bong hit, and we'll do some reading from the TV guide. And there was some stuff yesterday. I got to heat that up. Give me a second to think about what we was doing yesterday. And did I make a note yesterday? Yeah. I don't remember. Give me a second. I'm going to go heat up my coffee. Oh, going to bed. All right, Joey. Peace. Take it easy. Have a good one. I will see you in the mañana. And let's think about Thursday or Friday running a test and doing some live stuff on air and just ad-lib something, right? Either well, maybe we'll do a phone conversation first. Okay, here goes the trash man. Yeah, man, that thing is loud in the morning. Everything's so quiet, and then that trash truck, man, just fucking crazy, man. Yo, Joey, if you're still there, check out episode 7, season 2 of the Video Time Machine, the latest episode. Yeah, you might enjoy the whole thing, but there's a few things on there that I know you'll think are pretty cool. And I'm going to try to add more of that type of stuff into each episode because I think it's cool to check out commercials and television and video stuff from around the world. Hint, hint. So check it out, man. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Just do it. Just do it, man. Just do it. Just do it. All right. All right. All right. So, yeah. This is the morning show, and it's morning. Good morning. I'm drinking coffee. My coffee is hot. It's hot again. It is hot again. And I'm just going to fix this hole. I got this hole in my bong. I got to fix it. So I got to put something in there to patch it up. That hole. Keep it from leaking out there. There you go. That hole is fixed. There you go. Here comes that air conditioner again. Arp. Arp. It just comes on to see if it's the right temperature in here. Oh man, I get the burps. If I don't eat, I get the burps. So, yeah, I don't eat in the morning. I've never been one to eat in the morning. It's probably horrible for my health and probably has shortened my life by 20 years, just not eating in the morning. So there you go. Everybody, eat a good breakfast before you go out. True story. Do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just fucking do it. Eat your breakfast. Just do it. Because if you don't, then you don't.
Did he say that?
Yes. Yes, I did. Oh, yeah. So once again, we are reading from today's TV Guide. This is the week of April 14th through April 20th, 1979. So we're pretty close, right? We're pretty close. I think the last thing that we looked at was Monday, and we saw this great, since we're on the topic here, this great advertisement for Encyclopedia Britannica, right? So Encyclopedia Americana would have been the competition, and these would have been things that would have been sold door to door. Guys would have walked around with their sample and their sample case, and with this one you actually get a $60 bookcase to hold the entire setup here. So let's see that bookcase. Is that cool or what? And then you get some little sample books too, right? That's neat. That's neat stuff right there. So there you go, 30 volumes. I think I have 33 volumes. Which one is this? This is 23. Yeah, I think there's like 10 more over there. Yeah. So yeah, that's heavy stuff. So today is Tuesday, so I am going to open it up to Tuesday morning. Woo, because it is early here on Tuesday morning television, Tuesday to be specific. And there is Miss Linda with Romper Room. Look at that. There's Miss Linda. Yay, Miss Linda. Aww. Romper Room. I gotta write that down. Romper Room. Miss Linda. See if I can find any of that. That's always fun. And then there was always Captain Kangaroo, Mr. Rogers, Sesame Street, just all of the good stuff. PTL Club, 700 Club, Noticias, yeah, AG USA. So that would be agricultural. Wow, because this is Central California, I believe, is where this is. So we would have a lot of agricultural stuff here. That's right. Yeah. And local programs. I have to find out where they show us what edition this is. What did it say? Did I see Bakersfield somewhere? Central California edition. There you go. So there's no KTLA on here. That sucks. Because KTLA was the show, or the channel here in California. Totally, man. Okay, Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning. We're gonna get a Tuesday morning here again. Alright, boys and girls. John Voight is on the Mike Douglas show. And Ricky Schroeder. Harlem Globetrotter. Wow. Harlem Globetrotter. Meadowlark Lemon. He was one of my favorites. Him and Curly. And comic David Letterman, 1979. He had just got into TV, and right after this he actually got a morning show, I believe. He had a morning show for a little while, and then got into the evenings. David Letterman. Laverne and Shirley. Shirley's mother visits. Pat Carroll. Detective Story, movie, Kirk Douglas, 1951. What else do we have here? Bewitched, Perry Mason, Midday Bakersfield. There you go. Midday Bakersfield. They Call It Murder. Doug Shelby, Jim Holton. General Hospital, Nova, Icarus Children. Follows the flight of California designers, 3 California designers, man-powered plane. Where did I see 3? There's no 3 in there. My nose. It's got nose issues, man. I'm getting nasally. The Big Circus, 1959. Rhonda Fleming, Victim of Short. Nah, my father might watch that, but I wouldn't. No. Let's see. We're in the late afternoon here. And there's nothing really, anything on. There's some rookies. Adam 12. Dinah. Mike Douglas. Billy Crystal. Jane Fonda, Dusty Springfield, Storm Thurman, and his wife Nancy. All right, My 3 Sons, Brady Bunch. It's the usual stuff. Merv Griffin. Here we go. Natalie Wood. Ooh. Natalie Wood, 1979. Jay Leno and Carol Cook, Tom Wopat and John Schneider, the Duke Boys, from the Dukes of Hazzard. Electric Company, there we go, there's a good show. Gilligan's Island, Adam 12, Battle of the Planets, $6 Million Man. Merv Griffin, his guests are another episode. Hal Linden, Dottie Goodman, Mickey Gilley, and Joey Travolta. Actor, comedian Johnny Yoon. Is that Asian guy? Anyways, Merv Griffin again, Robert Conrad, Susan Ford, Chuck Vance, Mort Lindsay Orchestra. Please, no more Merv Griffin. Superman, $6 Million Man, Streets of San Francisco. And then Mary Tyler Moore. And some more Sesame Street before 6 o'clock p.m. At 6 o'clock p.m. we've got some local news. We've got world news with Walter Cronkite on CBS. Some Odd Couple, Sanford and Son. ABC News with Frank Reynolds. At 6:30 we've got Chancellor and Brinkley doing the NBC News. Hugh Downs doing Over Easy, talking about meals for senior citizens. And actually it's cooking. And then Walter Cronkite again. I'm going to assume that's a repeat. I Love Lucy. Chico and the Man. Ed, Jack Albertson, schemes to raise money by checking himself into exclusive hospital for surgery, then collecting on both of his medical insurance plans. Raul Gabriel Melgar. So at this point, Chico is no longer with the man. I believe at this point, Freddie Prinze is gone from the picture. Yeah. By taking his own life. Let's see. Frank Reynolds, more news. In the wake of discovery. Lewis and Clark. Yeah, the news keeps repeating the same guys. Chancellor Brinkley, Frank Reynolds. I don't know if they're probably recorded. Okay, and here we get an older repeat, I believe, of Chico and the Man. He may actually still be here at this point in 79. 7:30, Chico and the Man. A hypnotized Ed sweetly agrees to marry Flora. And then it says Chico, Freddie Prinze here. So, there you go. Hollywood Squares, my favorites. Robert Hayes. Robert Hayes is the lead in Airplane. Catherine Damon, isn't she in Airplane too? Hal Linden, Kathy and Janet Lennon, the Lennon sisters. Diane and Peggy Lennon, the other Lennon sisters. They were also on Celebrity Bowling. They were probably on a few shows. Yeah, their people were working for them. They were getting shit done. Diane and Peggy Lennon. Okay, George Goebel, Paul Lynde, Kathy Lee Crosby, Dick Van Patten. Dick Van Patten. There you go. At 8 o'clock, Happy Days. Richie is a candidate for class president. They want shorter classes and beer on campus. I'm assuming this is college. 1970. Yeah, it's probably college at this point. And it says that Fonzie is his opponent while he's running for candidate. So that means that at this point the Fonz is going back to school. Yeah, I remember that when Fonz was going back to school. He finished off high school and then started college or did a GED or something. You know, improving oneself. Oh, here we go. Here's haven't seen one of these in a while. It's a cigarette commercial. Why I am a thinner. Yeah, does that mean that she's a thinner because it's menthol too? Because it's a thin cigarette. Yeah, but it probably also makes her starve herself. I'll just smoke a cigarette. I'm hungry, but I'll just smoke a cigarette. I'll just smoke another cigarette. I'll just smoke another cigarette. Well, where's Verna? She smoked too many cigarettes. Yeah. Okay, at 8 o'clock on Tuesday, April 17th, 1979. Happy Days. And then Black Man's Island, the birth of a nation. Kenya is traced in this three-part series. The opener chronicles the struggle between British imperialism and nascent black nationalism. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, people should keep their business out of other people's business. And you still got that happening where now they just do it corporate, like they just go into a country and kind of take it over using corporations. It's happening here. America is being taken over by foreign entities through corporations, because corporations have a lot of power in the United States, and you can hold property and a lot of money through a corporation. And power. Paper chase. Drama. It is a 60-minute drama. I imagine it is based on the movie. Yeah. There you go. Forsyth Saga. It's a drama, black and white. 60 minutes. cliffhangers, serials. Kurt learns that danger stalks Mary, even inside a mission. Dracula. Number 2. Yeah, they're just little short stories. That's weird. Okay, at 8:30, we've got Laverne and Shirley. This is the one where they flash back to them getting together and coming to their apartment for the first time. That's cool. I like that one. Three's Company. Larry gets engaged to a gold digger who has roving eyes for Jack, of course. And that is Cecilia Hart. Who Killed Martin Luther King Jr.? A report. Special footage from the 1978 hearings. White House Select Committees on Assassination, Murder of Martin Luther King. Movie, drama, medical details, lends realism to transplant. Ronnie Cox is in this. Helen Hunt. And Kevin Dobson. Yeah, there you go. And Baryshnikov at the White House Ballet. No, I'll pass. Charles Bronson, Hard Times, 1975. That's a good movie. At 9:30, Taxi. Nervous about making a good impression at her party. Elaine, Mary Lou Henner, invites Alex Judd Hirsch as moral support, but asks him to lie about his occupation. And it's hilarious, and he does, and he lies to everybody, and he's like lies, this is on this to this person, and it's just a great freaking episode. I love Judd Hirsch. It is the part in this, it is in the series when there is a full cast. Andy Kaufman, Jeff Conway, Randall Carver, the country dude, Tony Danza, Danny DeVito, Andrea Akers. It's a great movie, adventure. English, 1965. She, a young British soldier, John Richardson, is lured into a mysterious lost city by a 2,000-year-old temptress, Ursula Andress. At 10 o'clock, the Ropers, because they have their own show. They left. We won't go into that. Crosswits, a game. A bunch of Robert Urich is on. It's a bunch of actors and probably real people. Exercise. We don't need exercise at 10 p.m. Queens, 13 Queens Boulevard. Jerry Van Dyke. Don't know that show. Dick Cavett is on at 11. Let's see. Lawrence of Arabia movie. Peter O'Toole, Alec Guinness. Yeah, it's a good movie, but I'm not going to watch it. Okay, here we go. Johnny Carson at 11:30. Guest hosts, George Carlin. Nice. Vicky Carr. Comic Johnny Yoon again. Ed McMahon. Looks like his people have got him on the circuit, right? Ed McMahon, Doc Severinsen. It's not a repeat. The movie This Happy Breed, and it sends me to page 9. This Happy Breed, page 9. Where's 9? Hello. Hello. Where the movie list starts. Where are you? 6, 7, 8, 9. Page 9. What? That wasn't right. Channel 9. Oh. Oh, Monday at 11:30 is when it was on before. Okay, so it was on the night before. And they don't want to have to repeat it, so they say just go backwards and look at it. Just go backwards and look at it. 11:30, Lawrence of Arabia. This Happy Breed, 1944, English, Noel Coward. Enough said. Noel Coward. After midnight, it's Madigan, crime drama. Madigan, right? That's when somebody cuts me off, then I get Madigan. All right, and that does it for Tuesday in the TV guide for April 14th through the 20th, 1979. Time for some more coffee and bong hits. And then we're going to start thinking about what's going on the rest of the week. Now, Thursday, the box is filling up because that's my favorite day of the week. It's great. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about Lights Out. Everybody. Arch Obler created a great show called Lights Out back in the 1930s. Went on for years. It later got transitioned to TV and stuff. So we're going to talk about that. Watch the commercial. Watch my channel commercial. It's all there. And we're going to talk about other old-time radio stuff. And we might even listen to an episode. We'll listen to an episode that, that was kind of like the first episode that we ever listened to. That'll be fun. Yeah. Oh, I scared myself. Thursday, we're going to talk about the album Principle of Moments from Robert Plant. And we're also going to talk about the tour, the concert that I attended back then in 1983. We're going to talk about Melmac ashtrays. We're going to go through the box and see what we've found recently at the thrift shop. We're going to once again play with the encyclopedia. If somebody will show up and give me something to look at in the encyclopedia or look up. We're doing homework, people. Give me a topic. And then we're going to look at one of my cases of 8-tracks, a box of 8-track tapes, 24 tapes, if it's full. So we'll do that and see how that goes. And then Friday, we are going to have another album of the day. We are going to talk about 7th grade ditching, skipping school, bullies. We're going to talk about punk rock. We're going to talk about freedom from the oppressors such as parents and teachers and authority. And we're going to dig around and dig up some of my artifacts around here and explore some of the goodies. Alrighty. We're also going to do This Week in History. That's one of my favorite segments on Friday, is to look back and see what happened this week and explore what happened that day, especially. But not necessarily. I mean, we're going to get into every day as much as we can, looking backwards. So there you go. There you have it. There it is. Yeah, Kung Fu. We used to watch the shit out of Kung Fu, I'm telling you. That was, it was just an odd show. It was off. It was different, right? And it was because of David Carradine. His acting was unique. in that character. He really had a different way about him. I mean, he would just show up in his own world, right? And people weren't sure if he was gonna make it, if he was gonna be able to get into that character, right? And he would be totally off in his own little, and then that it would be action, and he would be that character, boom. And then he could just flake out again and go in, you know. I really enjoyed the episode with the young Jodie Foster. My kind of kid, because kids like Jodie Foster and Jackie Earle Haley, they made me feel normal when I'd see them, because they were regular kids. They weren't picture perfect. They weren't, you know, perfect looking little kids, you know, and they weren't perfect little Hollywood cookie cutter kids. You know, kids like Jay North, you know. Ron Howard was like not a cookie cutter kid. Jay North was. A lot of the kids, you know, the Leave It to Beaver cast, those kids, Ozzie and Harriet Nelson kids, a lot of the kids on TV for the last, you know, 80 years have been little cookie cutter. Do this, say this, act this. Don't try to have any true depth, right? And Ron Howard was little Ronnie Howard. He was not a cookie cutter kid. He was, you know, an actor. He learned his lines and knew what they meant, learned how to deliver the lines realistically, you know. And you watch episodes of Dennis the Menace versus episodes of Andy Griffith where the kids are heavy, and it's night and day. They're acting. It really is. And you see that with Jodie Foster on the episode that she's on in Kung Fu. It is, wow. I remember seeing her in stuff like Emergency 51, that TV series. She was on a lot of TV shows. She was on a lot of little short movies, TV movies, commercials, and probably a lot of animosity between her and her brother, who was an up-and-coming child actor. And she just wiped him because she was that good, and she had that voice. She had that voice that when she started really doing that, you know, heavy acting as a little kid, that voice was what I think helped her to stand out. Her voice, her face, her acting ability, her emoting, everything that she would put into a character, even if she was just doing the Rookie of the Year, I think is what it was. The Rookie, something like that. It was a little made-for-TV film. I've got it on reel. I've got it on 16 millimeter. And it's really, really cool. I've also got it on computer somewhere in my files. yeah, once again, Jodie Foster, she knocks it out in this one. His father, David Carradine's father, John Carradine, he has got a really unique role in this. He plays a preacher, a con man / preacher, who actually has a good character arc and becomes a good guy. But his character goes through some shit. And John, by then John Carradine's hands are just mangled from arthritis at that point. I think mainly it was diet that was giving a lot of the arthritis troubles to a lot of people, because I have arthritis, and arthritis runs in my family, and my grandfather had it pretty bad, but his knuckles weren't torn up, and my knuckles aren't. So, you know, I guess it's just it depends on the severity of it. But James Coburn, he had some gnarly hands toward the end there. Yeah, arthritis tears you up. Not just your hands. I mean, it'll destroy your body, your back, your arms, your legs, your hips, everything. It'll just tear you up, eat you up, man. As what most things do. Well, Tony seems to be commenting again this morning on stuff that I've posted recently. So maybe he'll stop by at some point. Hey, Tony, are you around? Somebody I went to school with. I think most of my subscribers, which aren't many, I'm going to say at least half of my subscribers, are probably people that I already know, and they don't watch. Mainly because... yeah, I mean, they're probably completely different people than they were back then, and I'm a little too close to reality for a lot of people. So, oh, did you hear that? My stomach was like rolling thunder. Yeah, it's just telling me that it's almost time to eat. I like to have a good bowl of cream of wheat with a really nutritious cereal bar broken up into it, and a good cup of juice. And then within an hour or two later, I'll have a protein shake. And then around lunchtime, I'll have a little bowl of beans. If I'm out, it's Taco Bell, pintos and cheese. Just a little bowl of beans, just a little protein, a little energy, and a lemonade. And then when I come home, it's usually a bowl of something good. Some beans and meat. We just made a really great pot of 16 bean soup and chunks of steak that is just to die for. Also, tamales. I love tamales. So, stuff that's easy to eat, easy to cook. Hear the bird? We've got a lot of birds. A lot of birds living in the eaves around the house. We don't shoo them away. I mean, I don't care, you know. And occasionally they poop on the car, but it's, you know. I'm not one for driving the wildlife away. They were here first, right? And I think it's awfully arrogant to go out and poison animals and put up nets and things to keep animals from what they would normally be doing in that place there. I mean, it could be their native breeding ground for thousands of years, and you build a house there, and now all of a sudden they're trying to breed in your eaves and your trees and stuff, and then what? You know, you just fuck them over. That's pretty screwed up. So I don't do that. I don't poison animals. I don't scare animals. If they were to come into an area that I'm using or my animals are using, I do just change it. You know, redirect the animals to a better place, or keep my animals away and stay away from. I mean, it's just, you do what you got to do, you know, but not at the cost of other creatures. I mean, come on. That's a bummer. That's not nice. Let's see. Things that I'm still going to do some shows on is the Incas and Cusco. And now, of course, we're going to talk about some rites of spring. Pardon me. And other stuff. A lot of times I just like to talk about whatever. That's kind of like the simple things in life, is just to be able to talk. You know, just to be able to get it out and say, hey man, look at my face is baggy. Look how baggy my face is. Saggy and baggy. Yeah. Skeletor. I just, you know, I lost a lot of fat in my face, body fat, in various places. I keep it in my belly. It keeps coming and going in my belly. But the rest of me, yeah, pretty thin. I try not to weigh myself too often. Lately, it's been okay. I've been at or above my normal 170. So, you know, when I find out that my bones and innards alone weigh 140, then I'm probably worried. That would mean I only got 10 pounds of muscle and skin and fat, right? That would suck. So there you are, man. We're 70% water, man. So drink a lot of water, man. Stay hydrated. All right. It's time for Bong Hit. And then we'll wrap this show. I don't know what I'm doing today, other than going down into town, into Palm Desert. I don't know what else is going on. Probably try to take a nap before we leave, and nap and then a shower, and then a protein drink. Grab some beans when I get down there and hit a few stores. I would prefer not to sleep while I'm down there, if I can help it. If I'm exhausted, then I will. If I'm wearing my teeth, I really don't want to. I don't want to go to sleep with my teeth in. Yeah. So, I think my mouth is healed enough to put my teeth in again and wear them for 4 hours. It's not perfect, but what do you do? I think I'm all right. I think I'm all right. I may actually bring them in here and do a little more polishing on the inside, where inside my gum is kind of a little tender. A couple of spots that feel like they're rubbing wrong. So not only do I need to polish them, but I need to see if there's some little bumps there. I need to shave those bumps down and then smooth it off. Because the little bumps rubbing all day long, a couple hours, just after a while hurts like hell. On this side over here, where my cheek comes down close to my gum, that gets kind of sore if I do anything with my mouth, whistle, move my lips from side to side, say different things, try to eat, try to drink, try to smoke. Then this side over here up top starts to hurt where the cheek hits the gum. And I think the denture needs to be just shaved down a little bit more around that, so that I have a little bit of freedom to do stuff with that cheek there. Because I dare not try to eat at this point. Not till they don't hurt wearing them, and not until they kind of feel sturdy. They feel sturdy, okay, with the tape, but I need to make sure that they don't hurt at all before I start with the eating, because that's gonna, oh man. I did it once. I got them, tried them, put them in, glued them in, and went down to In-N-Out and had a horrible experience. So I'm not going to try that for a while. And then when I do, I'm just going to start with what I'm eating now and work my way up to better foods. That's all I can do, is just be patient. My wife and daughter are instructed to keep reminding me to put them in on certain days, and then eventually put them in every day, and then, see how it works. Yeah, my stomach is ready for some food now. The coffee's getting cold. Yeah. All right. Let's do one last bong hit, because after this, I'm pretty much done until I get home tonight, today, this evening, this afternoon, whatever. So this is kind of my time to depain before I go out into the world, and then depain, then take a little bit of a nap to help that settle in, and then just go out and suck it up until I get home. What are you going to do? I got my emergency kit with me in case I get down there and park for 3 or 4 hours and I need to take a break and depain a little bit, and then close my eyes and relax for a couple of hours and recover from that, and then come home. Yeah. Totally. But I think what I really need to do is get down there and then see if there are any used bookstores in the area. Usually down there, it's more like the thrift shops have a used book section. That's pretty much it. Used bookstores are not easily run out here. They close up. They go out of business because they don't make enough money. They just don't. I've been to so many bookstores that are just gone because they just couldn't make it. Yeah, we're selling everything off. You want to buy a bunch of books? And if I had like a big 5-room home, I would have a giant room that was a library study, wall-to-wall books everywhere, and then have a media room with all of my videos and DVDs and music, and then of course I'd have to have a music room because I've just about got enough instruments for a music room setup. Instruments, and then recording equipment, and then in that same room would be the video room, so there would be video cameras and audio-video stuff, and TVs and stereos, and different types of musical and video and stuff. That would be neat. I could just have so many rooms in a house just dedicated to you know. But, pray tell, I shall never have that. That's cool. I got enough room that I can bring stuff in and enjoy it and then pack it away again and keep doing that. I mean, it's pretty much revolving, you know. I bring stuff in, I enjoy it, and then I got to put it away to bring other stuff in and enjoy it. Yeah, which is what kind of thought led me to the thought of kind of doing this on the show. All right, bring things in, enjoy them, share them, and then I can put them away feeling like, you know, I've accomplished something other than just appreciating them myself. I've, you know, brought them to the rest of the world. All right, and on that note, thank you, the rest of the world, for sharing your morning with me. I am out of here. I got to get rolling. I got to get going. I got stuff to do. Yada, 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 yada. Stuff to do. I will see you back here bright and early tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah. Love y'all. Take care. Once again, spread peace and love, not bullshit. You know, take care of each other out there. All right? Do something for yourself, but do something for somebody else. Why? Because you can, and it makes you feel good, and it helps somebody. All right? Just do it. Just do it. Just fucking do it. All right? All right. Most especially people out there listening, stay weird. Because if you ain't weird, ain't nobody going to be weird for you. All right, people. Love you. Have a good day. I will see you in the morning. Adios. Bye now.